Hello! Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome to Arts and Cass. I am Cass, obviously. I really need to work on a better intro, but that's all I got right now, so gonna have to live with it. Today I am doing something that I am so excited for. I've been thinking about this project for a really long time, obviously procrastinating it, but today we are finally doing it. I got this beautiful mirror off Facebook Marketplace over like a year ago, and I've always wanted to do something really cool to it. Today is the day. We are turning this big mirror into rug art. It's gonna be a little bit hard to explain. So I basically designed an image for the entire circle, including covering up the mirror. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create it into two pieces. So I'm gonna cut that center part and the edge part separately. So you have the option of putting the middle piece in or take the piece out, put it on the floor and have it matching rug to mirror. I think that's gonna be really cool. I have decided that I'm going to be focusing on punch needle for this project. I do use either my gun or punch needle depending on the process, but as I'm very new to the gun, I'm still needing to get the hang of it. And for this piece, I really want to do lots of crazy detail, and that is way easier with the punch needle, and I love how detailed I can really get. So it's gonna take a lot longer. I know what I'm getting myself into signing up for this project, but I think it's gonna be the best in the end. First, I'm going to trace this mirror onto the monk cloth so I have the exact size, and then I'm gonna use my projector to get the image right in there, and I will show the process from there. I also have to figure out some sort of like hard backing to put on the middle piece so it stays like up, or I don't know if I should put two little velcros. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out how it's gonna work once I see how it goes. We're just gonna jump right into it. I'm just gonna take my mud cloth and my staple gun, and I'm gonna staple the board up. And just like that, fresh board. Fresh board feels. Woo! I honestly really don't know why I'm still using the staple gun, as I have the carpet strips, which would make this process a lot faster. But I don't have a screwdriver or anything to attach it to the wood, so we're just using the staple gun for right now because it's working just fine. Now that this is complete, next step is projecting the images onto the big board so I can start punch needling it. For my designs, I created everything in Procreate on my iPad, and then I'm just gonna project those onto the board, and I'm very excited for this one. I hope this works because it's gonna be dope if it does. Time to outline this bad boy. Doop, doop, doop. Put this on top and do it from underneath. Just riveting content. As always, with my personal preference, I'm going to start with my black outline, and then we'll start filling it in. I have got quite a bit done, as you can see. I did the black outline, I filled in all of the buildings, and there are a couple things that I'm doing differently this time that I wanted to talk about. As you saw in the previous clip, I'm now shaving my lines as I go, so I like to do the black outline first, and then I go in with my shears and I try and make all the lines straight. Since I'm working with punch needle, it creates little loops, and when I shave beforehand, it stops the loops from overlapping and makes the lines a lot cleaner. It makes it easier in the end process, not having to shave as much. I did that with the buildings. Sheared first before I put in the color, and as you can see, the lines are already a lot straighter, and I haven't even gone in and cleared them up with the color. I forgot to do his legs. So you can see the difference between when you don't shave the edges, it just gets like muddled. But when you do, it creates a better line. So we like that. Ooh, also something else that I want to show you guys about what I realized with this piece, but I'm gonna turn it around to show you. Hold on. Okay, so as you can see, when I was measuring up the mirror, the lines pretty much come obviously to the end because I want the piece to fit in and be seamless. I usually leave some cloth around the edges to make everything smooth and that nothing's coming unraveled. There's not going to be any room in between here, but But I did create 2 borders with a little space in between. I'm just going to hope for the best. I really don't want to make it much smaller, again, because I want it to fit nicely. I really am just a beginner trying to figure this stuff out and taking you guys along the process. Things might not always turn out fantastic, but I'm still having fun. I still think this is gonna turn out really dope. No matter what, I'm gonna make it work. So next is just going in and finishing up all this color, and I just can't wait for this project to be over. I don't know why I always think these things are gonna happen so quickly when I've been doing this for long enough to know that they never do. So I've been working on this for like a good 3 weeks. Procrastination is always involved, and I really just wanna knock this out and finish this. This is how it's looking so far. This technique of shearing as I go works amazingly. These lines are already coming out clean, so I'm just gonna go over and shear this layer and then get into my next color. I'm probably at about 12 to 15 hours of work, hoping to finish it up in the next 2 to 5 hours and about 2 to 3 more colors to go. So we're just gonna keep going. Time to shear. Okay, now that I have completed doing the lavender, we're gonna shave it down again. That is finally done. I'm gonna vacuum up the mess that is accumulating, and then I'm finishing off one last step of this dark purple color, and then we will finally be done. And I'm loving how this is looking, so final steps. Hopefully this is over soon. Finally, we are done after so much time and effort, probably about 25 plus hours of work. It really takes a lot of effort having to shave in between, but it really makes a difference, so I'm glad I did it. We are finally moving on to the next step. I'm going to glue the back and figure out how I'm going to separate this middle piece from the other piece. I will probably be gluing the outside circle right onto the mirror, really get it stuck on there. Yeah, still haven't fully figured out how I'm going to do this, like most of my projects, but I'm going to take you guys along on the journey as we figure this out together. So let's finally finish this baby off. We are back, we are all glued up. I have left it for about 20 hours overnight to fully set. It is still a little bit tacky, pretty much dry, which is awesome. Next is honestly the part that I've been putting off because now I have to figure out how I'm going to separate these pieces. Again, this is the first time that I've really used my rugs on something else and trying to make it stay really well. So I don't really have a plan going into this. I never do. But I'm just gonna try and figure this out as we go. So I think step one, I'm gonna try and cut the middle out. I don't know. I just really hope this works out. We're just gonna have to see. I am just really nervous. It's all gonna work out. I can do this. For cutting everything out, I find the best is just a little X-Acto. There's no more procrastination I can do except for doing it. Here we go. Oh, we did it. I'm so proud of myself. This is such a long time coming. Boom. Okay, the middle is done. Outside turn. The highly anticipated. Bum, 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 bum. Oh my goodness. It is done. And honestly, from the looks of it, I think it's gonna be okay. For the moment of truth, is going to be putting this baby on there. I'm scared. I don't know. We're gonna try it out. Let's try putting the mirror in. Here, we have this all laid out, and here we have our mirror. I'm just gonna lay this on here and we're gonna figure out what we're working with. Ah! Why is it so scary? Okay. I think I'm gonna do it this way. See, I'm glad I did it because I realized there's a top to this mirror, so I'm so nervous. I'm still gonna put like spray glue and stuff, so this won't be the last time. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. Oh, instantly falling in love. I was so worried about like the overhang of the inside, but I am thoroughly impressed. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Even with a trace, trying to do a perfect circle with punch needle, harder than it looks. But okay, so again, I'm still gonna spray glue, but I just wanna show you guys. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Okay, so here's my issue. Oh, see? If I can bend this around, the edges go all the way, yeah. But then will that be too ugly? Because then it'll just have like, then it just looks handmade, you know? Like, I'm doing it right on it. Because that's what's gonna last the longest, and I'm okay with being able to see the fabric bent over on the back because honestly that just makes it look personal and homemade, which she is. So, oh my god, I'm too excited though. Okay, we're gonna flip her back over. Ooh. Step one, I'm gonna put an extra glue in there to hold this down, and then we're gonna start bending and getting all these edges and folding that around with some glue as well, and I'm so excited. And I'm just gonna go and try and go over with this Gorilla Heavy Duty Spray Adhesive. Pretty self-explanatory, I think. I'm gonna open a window. I've got my felt ready to go for the middle piece, and we're just gonna see how this goes. Step one. The middle is done. This is the back. And while I take the time to finish off the edges on the big mirror, I'm going to go and put this under something big and heavy to really make sure those corners and edges stay down. We'll go set this aside while we finish off that guy. I have got my spray glue. I've got my spray glue, I've got my tacky glue. I made the circle slightly bigger so it does come around the edges, so I should just be able to bend this around, put some glue on there, and this is turning out beautifully. I'm very happy about it. The back is complete. As you can see, I've just gone around and bended all the edges. It goes around the edge just a little bit, and this is the front. I'm obsessed. Okay, the next step is shearing this guy up. Let's try and put the middle in. Obviously not gonna be perfect because I've got all the felt, but I wanna see. Oh my goodness. Do you see this? Here we are. Obviously I gotta clean up all this, but this is proof that this is gonna be amazing. So next step is cleaning this up. Look at it! Oh my goodness. We are done. This project felt like it went on forever. I am so grateful that we are done, and I can't wait to show you guys. Are we ready? Am I ready? Here she is. She's gorgeous. I was really worried about the front piece fitting in, but not a problem at all. It stays so nicely. So you can have her like this, or this comes out, and then you just have a gorgeous cityscape mirror with a cute little rug. I cannot. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I'll show you guys a close-up. As you can see, I made it a little bit bigger so it goes all the way around the edges, which is really nice. You can see the monk cloth on the end, but I don't really care on the back. I feel like it just makes it look more personal, and it doesn't bug me. So yeah, I just cleaned up all the edges, gave it a good shave, and she is gorgeous. Well, I think this went perfectly. Thank you guys for coming along on this journey. This was a really fun one. I can't wait to think of other things that I can turn into art. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.